You're right guys, this is minutes to make. You can get a hell of a lot done in a few minutes and don't let anyone tell you any different. In this one I'm going to show you how to make these right angle corner clamp things. So first up, all I need to do is cut some right angle triangles out of this plywood. So with a miter saw set to 90 degrees I'm going to square up this first edge. So I can check that for square, make sure it's all flush. Now I know that this corner's square, I can cut it off at 45 degrees. And there's our first triangle. I can now swing the saw back to 90 degrees, make a square cut and repeat this all the way along the board until I've got a bunch of these right angle triangles. Now to make sure that the corners of these triangles don't interfere with the corner of the pieces I want to clamp and glue together, I'm just going to chop them off with the saw at 45 degrees. So after that I'm left with 8 of these shapes with the right angles. Now normally people would use like a hole saw to cut 2 holes so you can put clamps through to clamp it to the pieces you want to get square. But I don't really like using these, so I'm going to head over to the bandsaw instead and cut a couple of notches. Works just as well. So this is the shape we end up with in the end. It's not pretty, but it does the job. We've got your 2 right angles here. As long as the pieces are clamped towards these edges, it's going to be square. And the clamps fit nice along these 2 pieces that we cut out on the bandsaw. Let's show you how they work. Apologies for this state of the plywood, but it's just a demo at the end of the day. If I was wanting to glue these, just a regular butt joint at 90 degrees, it's an absolute nightmare really. If I've got to put a clamp along this, it's going to move on me. I'm going to have to keep offering up my square, make sure it's square, tighten it a bit. It's going to move out of place, twist, everything like that. And when I've got 4 corners to glue up in a box with the glue setting times, it's really stressful trying to rush get it all done. That's why these little jigs make it a hell of a lot easier. I like to use the spring clamps because you can operate them with one hand and you don't really need much holding power. This is really just acting as a guide. So get it in place roughly, add one of the spring clamps, bring in this other piece, wiggle it across till it meets up and it's all nice and flush and making the joint square. Then can come in with another spring clamp, clamp it in place loosely, make sure your joint's flush, that you're actually going to be joining together, and you now know that this is nice and square. Simple. So that's it then guys, I told you only a few minutes to make something really useful. I hope you make it for yourself and I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you'll know as soon as I upload a new video. And as always, a massive thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You're all listed down there. Can't thank you enough guys. I'll see you on the next video.